Good day. This is Utimia. I know I have been off the YouTube grid for a little while, and there are a lot of reasons for that. I will not bore you with them, or maybe it's not so boring. My life's really not boring. So right now I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I came with my mom for a temezcalli taller de un maestro, one of my favorite teachers in the whole wide world. His name is Maestro Laurencio. I don't even know his last name. I just call him Maestro. And he gave a workshop on how to construct a temezcalli and use a temezcalli. And of course, you're not gonna learn everything in one weekend, but apparently I have a peculiar upbringing in that one of my first memories is in a sweat lodge, and that isn't a temezcalli or a Mexica style sweat lodge. It's actually a inhabit, the Lakota style sweat lodge. So people might ask, like, I'm very culturally ambiguous looking, and there are a lot of people who practice indigenous ways practice Lakota style or practice Mexica style, and there's a whole history. I'm actually going to have some series of videos with my mother, who's a master historian, master teacher, especially around the history of the Southwest, about how it is that we came to study these ways that aren't necessarily indigenous to our own blood. But I was raised in a pan-indigenous way because my personal ancestry, which includes the Apache, Comanche, Arapaho, Picuris, Dene, Tarahumara, Mexica, Spanish, French, and German blood, all mixed up over a long time, over a lot of years, which is why I'm very light-skinned. I have light eyes. Some of my cousins look like straight-up natives, like first cousins, and we're all mixed, and we come in all different colors because así es la sangre. That's how the blood was mixed, and phenotype is just kind of subjective and surprising sometimes. You're like, what's this kid gonna look like? You never know. But what exists in our blood is very rich mix of a lot of indigenous ancestry and a lot of European ancestry, as well as for every soldier that came up with Coronado in the expedition north after having conquered Mexico, or what is now Mexico. It wasn't Mexico then. They brought with them 25 slaves, and my mom's coming back into the room now. And when they did that, they were also indigenous slaves and African slaves. So there's so much in the diaspora of what is indigenous. So I'm out here in New Mexico in my motherland. We're about to travel to Tijeras, which is where my mother's mother was from. We've been in Denver for a really long time, but my great grandmother se llamaba Rosita. Her name was Rosita, and there was a lot of reasons why we left New Mexico, but in no small part because of the so-called witchery going on, and that consumed a lot of people. So we left, and consequently I was raised not really practicing medicine but understanding medicine, and it was when my grandmother passed away that the medicine started coming more to me, because of the fear of being called a witch, etc., which is still a very contentious word. So there's an interesting thing to talk about, why some people want to be called witches and why we're reclaiming the word witch. But like a lot of people, my family don't even want to be called. They don't want to talk about what's a witch. They don't want to be called a witch, etc., etc. So anyways, I've been gone for a while. I've been trying to unpack my own illnesses, because as a medicine woman, as someone who is a vessel for healing work of all types, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, and mostly spiritual nowadays, which is part of the reason I haven't done videos, because it's hard to talk about that stuff. You don't want to be disrespectful to the great. But yeah, I lost my train of thought because I don't want to be disrespectful to the great. Part of the reasons I've been gone. Doesn't matter. Here I'm back. Oh, I was healing. I'm healing. So I've been going to an acupuncturist, who's one of my teachers. His name is Lilu. I have another workshop with him in a couple weeks, and he does like a lot of back manipulation work, and I have so I've been going to see him for acupuncture, and he's been giving me herbal therapies. And I also went to this amazing curandera who I really appreciate diasporic medicine. And this woman, her mother is like my mother's lineage from New Mexico, so mixed indigenous and European mestizos. And her father's a African American black man, and that's African diaspora, which is a whole nother thing that I don't even know enough about to feel comfortable talking about. But I honor and respect the African diaspora, and I'm grateful for my friends and my family who's part of that diaspora. I could go on and on and on about that. Anyways, I went to her, and so I've been doing a lot more ritual with myself, because as healers, if you're out there and you listen to me because you're into doing healing work, you need to be healing yourself. You really need to be healing yourself. I can't tell you how many healers I've heard about, I've seen personally, my own mentor, who would heal everybody else and not take his own herbs, not heal ourselves. And then we end up with our back out, and people need help, and we can't help them because we're sick. So I've been doing a lot of work. My mom's always too like, Mija, you need to go heal yourself. I'm like, okay, mom. So anyways, just a little introduction, and thank you, Sister Florita, for hitting me up. My sister hit me up this morning, and she's like, I miss your YouTube videos. I was like, all right, sissy. You want to say hi to my mom? Say hi, mom.
Hi, who are we talking to? Hola, todos. Hi.
All of you too. Okay, so this is just a little preliminary. Hey guys, I'm back. I'll be doing more videos. Once again, my videos are more of the spiritual nature nowadays, or actually rather my work. I've been doing more birth work recently too, and that's a big part of why I wanted to learn more about temezcalli ways, because we're bringing back birth, man, bringing back birth. Check out my homegirl Panquetzani at indigimama.com. Anybody who you know, in case y'all didn't know, midwifery as it is practiced today in the United States of America comes from Black America, and after the colonizers, and I hate to be racist, I don't want to be racist, but after the white man came and they learned everything they could from their black midwives, they smear campaigned them and then started experimenting on their bodies and creating OBGYN. It was really ugly and really messed up. And so we don't want to be around that energy, you know? We are reclaiming our indigenous birthways. And so you all know, indigeneity exists all over the world, and it doesn't matter what color you are. All of us come from mothers of the earth. I know people in Scandinavia who have drums just like I grew up playing with. I know people who have chants just like chants I grew up singing, all over the European diaspora. So yes, there's just so much more to talk about. We need to have some history. We're gonna start doing some history. History is necessary to understand this stuff because it's vast. So stay tuned. Check out my Facebook page, Muse in Medicine, and I have also a group if you want to know what kinds of things I'm doing. Nowadays, if you're in Denver, every Monday, except for today because clearly I'm in New Mexico, every Monday and Thursday in Denver at Alchemy Ritual Goods, I'll be doing a sliding scale clinic, and no one turned away, so that's only $10 to $50. Usually people who do work like the work I do charge anywhere from $100 to $500 a session. I could be charging that much if I wanted, but then it wouldn't be accessible to the people I want to heal. So I don't do that. And I do birth work, and I do all kinds of things. But if you want to find me on a crunch, on a time crunch, on a money crunch, then come to Alchemy Ritual Goods from 2 to 6 on Mondays and from 10 to 2 on Thursdays. And it's like village curandera style, so there's no appointments. You just come and you wait. Or like nowadays, gentrification went on, so that means there's a good walking score. So I guess that's a good thing. You could get food. It might not be a burrito here. Actually, the creamery is close by. Denver history. There's so much history. Mom's been reminding me about all the history, and she's a brilliant teacher, so she's going to be my guest on a lot of shows. And I'm sending lots of love to all my gente out there and all my people and everybody who wants to be learning the ways and study your people, study your history, study your ancestry, ask questions, and come with respect and love and offerings from your heart, and you'll be on the right path. Okay, see you soon. Ciao.